today in strong support of H.R. 1538, the Wounded Warrior Assistance Act. This bipartisan bill was reported unanimously by the Armed Services Committee, and I am a proud co-sponsor along with my friend, distinguished Chairman Mr. Skelton, and my good friend, Ranking Member Mr. Hunter. Mr. Chairman, we are debating this bill today because all of us here, Democrats and Republicans, want to ensure our soldiers are receiving the high-quality care for which our military is known. Indeed, Mr. Chairman, as a physician, I can tell you that access to care is critical to the health and well-being of our military, active, reserve, and veteran. While it was the condition of some housing facilities at Walter Reed that led us to examine our military health care system, the fundamental problems with military medical care cannot be fixed with paint, putty, and plaster. And I am relieved to know the rundown rooms have been refurbished, but I am proud that this bill starts addressing the system's fundamental problem of overcrowding, delayed paperwork, and a shortage of human capital to oversee soldiers' continuing health care and quality of life needs. The soldiers I met on a recent visit to Walter Reed were frustrated with lost medical records, duplicate forms, paperwork that took a week to make it from one office to another. This system greatly delays our soldiers' ability to meet with their doctors and to eventually, Mr. Chairman, be discharged. In fact, the average stay at Walter Reed is 350 days, and many of those days are spent as an outpatient assigned to the medical hold unit, waiting for the paper trail to catch up with patient care. This legislation starts addressing these problems by giving soldiers a louder voice in their medical care. It increases the personnel assigned to each service member and his or her family so that our soldiers have advocates helping them set appointments and understand the prescribed course of their care. As a physician, I know that caseload greatly affects the personal attention delivered to each patient. More staff means more time for each soldier and their individual needs. Mr. Chairman, another problem facing our military health system is the difficulty personnel face when they're transitioning from active duty to the retired status. And I am pleased that this legislation includes a pilot program to examine this critical need. A fully electronic and integrated record system would allow the Department of Defense and the VA to share information in a timely fashion. I would also encourage the Department of Defense to automate all inpatient health records. We know that in the private sector, switching from paper files to electronic medical records, it cuts down on medical errors, it saves time, and it saves money. Our military should fully realize these benefits as well. Mr. Chairman, I think it is important to recognize that the Wounded Warrior Act fixes a process that isn't serving the best interests of our warfighters or our military medical personnel. Our military doctors and nurses are an invaluable resource for their expertise, bravery, and dedication. We want to make sure the system benefits these heroes as well. The Wounded Warrior Assistance Act represents a significant step toward ensuring our soldiers and veterans are treated with the dignity and respect that they have earned and fully deserve. And I hope all my colleagues will join me in supporting this great piece of legislation. And I yield back the balance of my time.